The reason I'm interviewing you is because you have just written a book, Sell Your Business for an Outrageous Price, and then there's a whole bunch of taglines underneath that. Um, and what I want to do is just, a couple of quick things. Who is Kevin Short, and why did you write the book?
Well, I've been in the investment banking business for about 25 years. I'm the managing partner of Clayton Capital Partners. We're based in St. Louis, Missouri. We've been in the top 10 of the investment banking firms in the country in the United States for firms that are focused on deals between $10 and $200 million. So we'll do 12 to 15 transactions a year. We have offices in Denver, Colorado, and Dallas, Texas. And I wrote the book, started writing it 5 years ago, because in my experience as an investment banker, all I focus on are sell-side engagements, primarily representing entrepreneurs and family-owned businesses. And I would see over a period of time, because we use a controlled auction process, so we don't put a price tag on a business when we take it out to market, which is fairly standard. But why was it when offers would come in, somebody would offer an 8 multiple, and everybody else offered a 4 or 5? And that always intrigued me. And even though they're all looking at the same business and same EBITDA, it began to make me think about it a lot. And then you talk to owners, and they'd hear about people in their industry selling for a 4 or 5 multiple, and all of a sudden they hear about one of their buddies selling for an 8 or a 10. And so I spent the last 5 years researching and investigating that, talking to my clients, talking to other business sellers, other investment bankers, and develop what's the premise behind this being that different than any other asset class, different in real estate, different than stocks and bonds or other traditional investments. The value of a business is very much a product of what the buyer is going to do with it. So a financial buyer, for example, is there to get a return on their cash. So that's why they're going to pay you a 4 or 5 multiple as a rule. But a strategic, and that's the premise of the book, is finding the right strategic. They can take your business and they can make a whole lot more money with it than you can. I learned this the hard way on a deal. There was a roll-up going on in the United States and Canada, I believe, of steel processing centers. And we held an auction. We collected our letters of intent, and one of the buyers offered an 8 multiple. Everybody else was around the 4. And we literally thought the buyer had made a mistake. Obviously, we didn't bring that up to them. We went on through the process, closed the deal. I ran into the buyer 6 months later, and I thought by now he'd figured out he'd overpaid for the business. His first question to me was, do you have any other businesses like that one? This case study's in the book. And I said, well, if you're willing to pay an 8 multiple, I can probably find you one by noon today. and he laughed. I said, well, tell me what happened. Because I was thinking I was the smart guy getting an 8 multiple. He said, well, we got rid of the union. We merged their operations in with ours. We put some of their products down through our worldwide platform. We put some of our products down through their platform. We have made back our entire investment in 6 months.
Wow.
So I went from thinking I was the smart guy in the room to thinking I was the idiot, because I didn't know he was going to do that. Now, obviously, a buyer's not going to tell you that, right? But so I thought he paid 8 times, in other words, 8 years of earnings. He paid 6 months worth of earnings for that business.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all relative. Everybody else was using the same EBITDA.